Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Everlasting collection from the brand at Zoya. I do also have their polish of the month for September. I'll just show that first and then move into the collection. All of these are available right now, so in the description box I will link the Zoya site, I will link their Instagram page, and then I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. So without further ado, we have 7 polishes to look at, and let's go ahead and get started.
So starting with the September polish of the month, here we have Ashby, and this one is a kind of deepened burgundy red, but then it's got this almost golden large particled shimmer running throughout it. It's very opaque here on this first coat. I did do 2 coats for full coverage, but if you went a little bit thicker, I could absolutely see this being a 1-coater. It is going to dry on the dull side, so you'll want some top coat to finish this off. A matte top coat will give that velvety appearance, but a glossy top coat will bring plumpness. Make sure to wear a base coat and a top coat, and removal is easy. Moving on to the Everlasting collection, here we have Annabelle, and this is described as a deep wine with holographic accents. These are like purple holographic glitter. They are all one size, so they do spread out pretty well across the nail. You don't have to really manipulate them to get them to look flush with each other. I did get full coverage in 2 coats. Depending on your application, you might end up wanting to go in for 3. It is a jelly and it's not a super even one, so you might want to even it out. You'll definitely want top coat, and removal will be difficult. So there are 2 coats of Annabelle. Up next we have Cassette, and this is described as a warm rose with holographic glitter. This is going to have the same feel to it that Annabelle has, but it is a much more sheer base. It's almost a wash of color kind of shade. I needed 3 coats to get full coverage, but with a color this light, that is kind of to be expected. However, with this amount of glitter, it did feel a little bit thick on the nail, so I'm not really sure how I would approach this one as far as wearing a full manicure of it goes. This is again glitter. You'll want a thicker top coat to finish this off, and removal will also be difficult. So there are 3 coats of Cosette. Next up we have Franny, and this is described as a blushed beige pink cream. This is pretty opaque on this first coat for being what it is, but it is obviously still sheer and a little bit uneven. I am kind of floating my brush to help it out a little bit since I don't wear a base coat when I'm swatching and I have some serious ridges in my nail. 2 to 3 coats again for full coverage. I ended up going in for 3 for my photo. It just wasn't super even after just 2. This is going to dry nice and glossy all on its own. A top coat will help protect your manicure and keep it lasting as long as possible, so I do still recommend it, but if you don't have time, it does dry nice and glossy all on its own. So there are 3 coats of Franny. Next up we have Henley, and this is described as a rich rosewood cream. I do really like these kind of pinks for the fall. They for some reason scream fall, but it's definitely not a color palette like pink that I would generally associate with the season. However, these do say fall to me. I got full coverage in 2 coats, a nice creamy smooth application. No running, pulling, staining. Again, with that top coat, and removal will be easy, so there are 2. Next up we have Undine, and this is described as an intense aubergine cream. This is almost leaning neon purple territory, which I'm here for Halloween, and it does fit in with this color story very nicely. You'll see at the end there. This is almost in a jelly base, so it's depending again on your application, you might want to go in for 3 coats. I did stop at 2, and I did see in my photo, you'll be able to tell, a couple of uneven spots. But it is going to dry again glossy all on its own, so there are 2 coats. And here's the star of the show for me. This is Opal, and it's described as a soft sheer pink with rose gold glitter. They call these glitter. They are actually like micro flakes, and there's just enough of them to be like beautiful and seen, but it's not an overwhelming amount. And I think in this super sheer base, it really reads jelly sandwich, and it is giving all the indie vibes. I really enjoy this one. I did do 3 coats, and I could still make out some nail line, but that doesn't bother me whatsoever. I just think this is a very beautiful manicure. You'll want some top coat just to keep your manicure lasting. It does dry glossy and smooth, and removal will be easy. So there are 3 coats of Opal. And here's a look at all of the polishes, the Everlasting collection as well as the September polish of the month. The Everlasting collection is so cohesive and it really makes me happy to look at it as a set. The glitters could take or leave them, but the creams out of this world in Opal is stunning. I also really liked the polish of the month for September, so all of these are winners in my book.
And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.